Hi everyone, Leanne here from Jada Blossom, and I have some cute baby cards to share with you today. Hey, so I'm using Jada Blossom's baby dies, their congratulations stamp set, and the matching outline dies, the triangle square matte die, along with the mini human stamp set, and the sentiment strip dies. I'm using Doodlebug's dot grid daisy stripe. And I'm using special delivery 6-inch pad from Doodlebug. I'm also using Candy Stripe and Sprinkle 6 and 12-inch and the Polka Dot Plaid 6-inch. Oh, I kind of had that backwards there. So first I have a piece of paper tray ink cardstock cut at 4.25 by 8.5, scored at 4.25 to give you a 4.25-inch square card that will fit in an A2 envelope. Now I'm going to add a strip of paper to the inside just that was left over from that pad. It's like probably a 1/2 inch. Adding that to the inside of my card base, and I will trim off the overhang with a pair of scissors. Okay, there we go. So trimming those both off with a pair of scissors. And next I'm going to stamp on the inside. So I'm taking a sentiment from that mini human stamp set, and I'm stamping using my Misty. It's got a waffle flower grip mat in there. And I'm going to be using VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink. Remember, when you stamp using a Misty, don't press too hard. You're better off stamping multiple times lightly, and then that way you won't morph your sentiment. So this sort of says sometimes babies don't sleep. Good luck with that, which is so true, right? There we go. And I had a little onesie cut from the baby dies, and I realized that it really didn't go with the strip of paper. So I'm going to add another strip from that same pad. These are just leftover strips. And I will trim that off with a pair of scissors. No one will know that I made that boo-boo in there, right? Just you and me. Next, I'm going to glue down this super cute little onesie with some Nuvo glue using my reverse tweezers, and there we go. Isn't that cute? Okay, so next I have a piece of Neenah Solar White 80-pound cardstock, and this is 4-inch square, and I'm going to cover it with score tape. I find this is just the easiest way to use the card mat dies from Jada Blossom. You know, that way you're not messing with glue, and everything is sticky. You can sort of stick it down like a puzzle. Really easy stuff. So I'm just covering that all up with some of this score tape. It's really strong. And I'll trim the overhang with a pair of scissors. And there we go. Now, full disclosure, I made a bunch of these cards at a crop recently, and I had to come home and actually cut out some more so I could make one for you as a video. So next I'm going to pull off all of the release paper that you saw that I kind of burnished down with my Teflon bone folder just to make sure it was stuck well. So I've got all the release paper pulled off, and there is my diagonal or triangle matte die, and I cut that out using that dot grid daisy stripe in the brown. And then I cut the bear pattern from that special delivery pad, and then I pulled the other two colors, the yellow and the green, from the Candy Stripe and Sprinkles on the sprinkle side and the 12 inches, just two colors that matched these backgrounds. And you see how easy it is when you use score tape, right? Everything just sticks right down, no problem. And no mess, no fuss. There you go. Now I made, like I said, I made like 13 of these. It's really fun to put these together at a crop. You know, you can just sort of mindlessly die cut and assemble. And that's what I did. So I'm going to stick down this to my card front. I do stand up when I do this just to sort of see what I'm doing. There we go. Now for the outside, I cut the big onesie out of Paper Tray Ink white cardstock, and I'm going to layer this blue pattern. It is from the Polka Dot and Polka Dot Plaid, using the plaid side in this kind of nice blue. It matches my background, and I do weight it down. Next, I'm going to add in a white little collar cut from Paper Tray Ink white cardstock, and I add that down as well. There we go. And the little hanger is cut from scrapbook.com's holographic cardstock. It's got some mirror cardstock in this pad, perfect for a hanger. So I'm going to glue that down on the back of my little onesie. And then I'm going to add the button that's cut out of Papertrek white cardstock. And isn't that cute? I just think it's adorable. And I do weight it down in between. Next, I'm going to pop up this little onesie on my background using some Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. You'll see that I cut a bunch of bows. That is from Jaded Blossom's bow dies. And there's this little piece that will cut out, I think, 6 bows. And I cut out a bunch of bows in different colors to use on my cards. So I'm just going to pop up this little onesie in the kind of lower right-hand corner, kind of on an angle. Next, I'm going to add a little bit of dimensional behind where the hanger neck is. I guess that's a neck, I'm not sure, where the little hook is. Just so I can add that little bow. I'm going to choose a yellow one. You see that's from the bow dies. And I'm going to stick that down. Isn't that cute? Now, I did stamp the congratulations with VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink and all the other sentiments onto Papertrek white cardstock using my MISTI. And I cut out the congrats with the outline dies, and I'm going to pop that up with some dimensionals. I'm going to have that kind of on an angle. On some of the cards, I say congrats on your fun-sized mini human. On the other ones, I say congrats on your new tax deduction. My husband's an accountant, so that always makes us laugh. So next, I'm going to have this little congrats on an angle. And then I will stick down the on your part. That is from the congratulations stamp set. I'll line that up. And I used the sentiment strip dies to cut it out, which is really handy. And it works with other dies, right? Or other stamp sets. Like this one from the Mini Human stamp set. This sentiment is actually 2-lined, but I trimmed it down just so it said what I wanted. Remember, you can do some stamp surgery if you need to. You just have to be really careful to cut in between the stamps. And if it makes you use your stamps more, you should do it. And there we go. Isn't that cute? Now, next I'm going to add a little green bow to the inside. I believe that's gingham linen, that one from Doodlebug. Next, I pulled out our Gnome Dies Monster Add-ons too, and I'm cutting out the little X's. And I know this is a little extra, but I just wanted to have a little stitching in that little button because I'm crazy. And I used the same dot grid daisy stripe in that brown for that piece. Next, I'm pulling out some little shape sprinkles from Doodlebug, and these are called... what are they called? Love This. And I'm just going to add 3 of them to my background. There we go. Sort of like in a visual triangle. There, and I'm just using my Ranger piercing tool or whatever that is to pick it up. And there you go. Now, I made a bunch of these, like I said, at our little crop. Me and my friends, I sat there and assembled cards. So you can see there's a bunch of them there. So half with the fun-sized mini human, half with the new tax deduction. I used all different patterns from that special delivery pad. Isn't that cute? It's these little matte backgrounds, these card matte backgrounds from Jaded Blossom. They're a great way to use up your 6-inch pads because you could just cut and use them like a little puzzle, and it's lots of fun. So thank you so much for stopping by. Be sure to hop on over to the Jaded Blossom blog, Be Inspired by the Team, the Jaded Blossom store to get your hands on these products, and thanks for watching. Bye, everybody.